channel. So in today's video, we're going to be talking about things that annoy flight attendants, things that we hate, things that we don't like, and this is also going to be a mukbang. So we're eating PDQ. We both got 2 chicken sandwiches, and then we also got tater tots, fries, corn, and then our different sauces. I got honey mustard and creamy garlic, and he got sweet sriracha. So yeah, we're pretty much just gonna be telling you guys some things that we don't like. There's a lot of stuff that annoys him that I don't really care for, and vice versa, as well as other flight attendants. We'll talk about some of the things that annoy our coworkers as well. I hope you guys have been enjoying Vlogmas. If you guys enjoy this video, make sure to give it a thumbs up and make sure to hit the subscribe button down below. Alright, now let's jump into this food because we are hungry. We thought about going to Chick-fil-A, but it was too far, and then we almost went to Popeyes. But Louis had the brilliant idea to go to PDQ, and I love sauce. I don't know how people eat sandwiches without sauce.
Well, I don't think a lot of people have PDQ. Like, PDQ is not in every state.
Oh, that's true.
You know, so like...
It's a really good chicken sandwich place.
So PDQ stands for People Dedicated to Quality. And it's, you know, it's a chicken fast food place. And, you know, with all the chicken sandwich craze with Popeyes and Chick-fil-A, you know, I thought we'd try PDQ because they are known for their excellent chicken. So.
And I think it's better than Chick-fil-A. Like, I think PDQ is better than Chick-fil-A. Alright, so I'll start off first. One thing that annoys me when I'm working on the plane is when passengers expect you to lift their bags for them. And I know it's like annoys him more because he's a guy and people like expect guys to like go ahead and lift up their bags for them. But for me, it's like, if you want me to help you lift your bag, you can ask me, but I'm not gonna like, you know, unless you're an elderly person, I'm not gonna like completely lift the bag for you, because if something does happen, which a lot of times things can go wrong, and I've heard of a story where like this flight attendant lifted up a bag and the bag came back and like cut their eye, and you know, they're out of work for months. So things like that can happen, and unfortunately we're not covered by our company if we do get injured on the job due to lifting someone else's bag.
So I think that's really important. So, you know, just to say that again, we do not get covered. If we help you with your bag and we get hurt, we're not covered for that. So that's you know, obviously really important. And I don't mind helping any elderly person or someone that looks like they really could use the help. I actually offer to help them usually. But if you're like, you know, a healthy looking, you know, young person, and you are expecting me just by your body language, the way you look at me, or the way you ask me to help you with your bag, if you're expecting me, then then clearly you don't know what our job entails.
What we're there for.
Yeah, what we're there for. And so that to me that just comes across a little like rude if you're expecting me to do it. If you ask nicely, it's totally different.
But even then, if you're gonna have such a hard time lifting your bag, you should check it.
Exactly. The old saying goes, if you pack it, you stack it, right?
If you pack it, you stack it.
You pack it, you stack it.
All right, what's another thing that annoys us? You should say the water thing, because that really doesn't annoy me. It used to.
What thing? What water thing? So
it annoys him and other flight attendants as well when people are boarding and they ask for water. And I get it, because it's like, you know, you had all this time before to get water. And, you know, it's like hard if you have all these people boarding and you have this one person in the galley like, hey, can I get water? And I get where people can get annoyed at it, but at the same time, like, if you need water, you need water. Like, I don't know what was going on beforehand. I don't know if you, like, barely made this flight. Water is expensive in the airport. So if you need this free cup of water, go ahead. But just know that we might be busy at the moment, so just don't have an attitude when you ask for water. So if someone needs water, they can have the water.
No, I 100% understand. If you need water, you need water. And I don't like you. I have no problem with you feeling like you should ask for water. I mean, it's not a big deal, really. But from a flight attendant's perspective, boarding is probably one of the busiest times during the whole entire flight. And so usually we are like focused on getting something else done, thinking about 5 other things. And so when somebody asks for water, it's like, oh, okay, of course I'm gonna get you water, but it just takes us out of our flow. We have so many things we have to accomplish during boarding. So that's the only reason, but it sounds kind of stupid for me to get mad over someone asking for water.
But there's a lot of flight attendants that annoys them. Like it gets like it will ruin their whole day if someone asks for water. But you know. But one thing that does annoy me is when I'm in the aisle and I'm like serving drinks and someone asks for coffee, but they only ask for coffee. It's like, if you're gonna ask for coffee, tell me, hey, I would like a coffee with 2 sugars, 3 creams, 10 sugars, whatever. Just tell me what you want then and there, so I don't have to keep going back and forth. And I don't want to just assume and give you, you know, all this sugar, cream, and you didn't want it. So it's just communication. Like, tell me what you want then and there. If you want 5 drinks, if you want 3 drinks. Louis doesn't like when people ask for a lot of drinks, but whatever you want, just ask for it then and there instead of, oh, hey, can I get this? And then can I get that? And then can I get that?
Yeah, I mean, it's like, okay, someone asks for coffee and like, I'll ask them, do you want a black? And they'll say yes. And then I'll give it to them. And then I'm ready to move on to the next person. And then they go, oh, can I have sugar and can I have cream? I don't think people understand, when you say you want your coffee black, that means you don't want any sugar or any cream. That's what the word, you know, the distinction with wanting your coffee black means. It means you don't want anything added to it. You want it just looking black. So that's annoying. So that's why every single time I ask someone, if they say they want coffee, I ask them cream or sugar. I go cream or sugar. And that way. And yeah. It is kind of annoying when someone asks for like 3 or 4 drinks. I think that's ridiculous. There's like 200 people on the plane and you're asking for 3 or 4 drinks.
Oh, you know what's annoying?
I know you paid like, you know, a couple $100 for your ticket and you are entitled to your 3 or 4 drinks, but it's a little ridiculous, I think.
No, what's annoying is when you're on a Havana turn. When you're doing Miami to Havana, Havana back to Miami, or any flight to Cuba. Those flights are so short. And it's like we're supposed to do a full service, but you literally don't have time to serve 100+ people whatever they want to drink in 45 minutes. Like, it's not that possible. And you know, usually those passengers, they want coffee, they want orange juice, they want water, they want their 3 drinks for those 45 minutes to an hour. So yeah, that kind of gets annoying where it's like, oh, we really don't have time, then you're just doing all this pouring drinks, throwing drinks, but not really, but yeah.
All right, another thing I hate when, so on an airplane there are a ton of rows, obviously, and sometimes on accident you may skip a row. Just because, you know, your mind's focused on 100 other things and you skip a row on accident. When people take that, there's some people that when that happens to them, they take it so personal, they get so offended. It's like
you skipped me.
Disgrace them and their family. Like, it's like, and it's crazy. I hate that because it's like, come on, man. Like, I didn't do that on purpose. You think I intentionally looked at you and I said, oh, I'm not gonna serve you a drink. Like, after I served everyone else before you and after you. Like, obviously, it's an accident. Take it easy, take a breath. I mean, I've had people, like, I'm pretty sure curse me out in other languages because of that. You know, so I hate when that happens.
Yeah, we don't do it on purpose.
It's not on purpose.
Also, back to boarding, it's so annoying when people come onto the aircraft. First of all, they bought their tickets, okay? There's a family of 5 and they purchased their tickets knowing their seats were going to be separated, and they get onto the aircraft and expect the flight attendants to rearrange the seats and have them all sit together. and they act like, oh my god, we're not sitting together. You guys know you're not sitting together because you purchased the ticket and you know the seats are not together.
Right.
And I always tell people, you're more than welcome to ask, you know, the passengers around you if they would like to switch, and most often people will switch, but don't get so upset and so rude and so mad that you can't sit next to your husband on this 1 hour flight. Like, if it's a mom and a little child, okay, but if it's like your husband, I think you will be okay for an hour not sitting together.
Yeah.
But yeah, people get so upset. And it's like during boarding, it's causing this whole commotion.
Right.
It's like, we don't have time for that. We need to get these people on, sit down, bags closed, and close the door.
And, you know, to expect the flight attendant to move you or to ask someone to switch with you,
Wow.
I think that's not right, because those are paying customers too. They paid for that specific seat. So now you're asking us to go up to someone who intentionally picked that seat.
And sometimes those seats are more. Like, windows and aisle seats sometimes are more than like a middle seat.
Right, yeah. And then you're asking us, this person who paid for that particular seat, hey, do you want to switch with this person? And now you're putting that customer on the spot, because you've got the other person that wants to move. They're looking right at the person that you're asking. And it's like, oh, you know, what if he says no? Then now that person's gonna think he's an asshole. But in reality, we shouldn't be even asking him. You know, I think if a customer wants to ask another customer, I think that's the best way to do it. I don't think to expect us to ask. I don't think that's right.
Exactly. The other day this happened. It was like this mom. It was like this mom and this dad, and like her daughter had to be like 16 years old or 15 years old, and she was so adamant about having her daughter sit right next to her. And I'm like, your daughter is old enough to be okay. And she was in the same, they were in the same row, or maybe like a row ahead. So it's not like she was all the way at the front and the mom was all the way at the back. So you just see some really crazy things on the plane.
I mean, I get it though. People are afraid to fly.
Yeah.
They want to be next to their friends and family. I get it. But
just go in knowing that there's a small chance that that might not happen.
yeah, if you didn't pay for the seats to be together, then you know, you can't expect it to happen once you get on the plane. Another thing that bothers flight attendants is, I think, when you get on an airplane that you're like getting on this, like it's like a traveling restaurant. It's not a traveling restaurant. If you're in first class, you're in business class, that's a little bit different. The level of service you get is going to be much, much better. But if you're in, you know, regular, you know, economy seats, this is not a restaurant. This is a mode of transportation. We're taking you from point A to point B in the safest possible way. And, you know, I'm sorry if this isn't, you know, like
people
a 5-star restaurant, you know.
People ask for honey, they ask for Gatorade, they'll ask for like chocolate milk. They'll ask for the most bizarre things, and we're like, we don't have that. And then when we tell them like, hey, we don't have that, it's not like we can go hop off the plane and go grab some and come back. It's like, we only have what we have on the aircraft. And I think people tend to forget that they're on an airplane sometimes. And it is kind of annoying when you're working first class and a passenger is getting super upset because we don't have a specific meal that they want. And I completely get it. You're paying all this money and you want what you were offered. But at least for our airline, we do have something where first class passengers are able to pre-order their meals. So if if they purchase their ticket and they're like getting first class seat and they're guaranteed a meal, they're somewhere, I don't know where, but they're able to pre-order and say, hey, I want eggs instead of oatmeal, which makes it a little bit easier because it's like, okay, you're already telling us what you want, so when you get on the airplane it should be there, versus getting on the airplane and being like, oh, I want oatmeal but we don't have any more, because the airline can't possibly offer like 2 choices for every passenger.
Right.
That's like so much waste.
I mean, it's things that passengers, they don't think about that.
Yeah.
You know, so, but it's just the reality of airline travel currently. What else?
I don't think we're supposed to be eating lettuce.
Why?
There's like an E. coli
What happened?
I think it just turned off.
Oh. Oh. Universally, I think every flight attendant hates this. I don't think there's not a single one that is okay with this. When you go and you ask someone, hey, you know, what can I get you to drink? And they go, this is it. This is probably the number one thing. And they go, well, what do you have? What do you have? It is so, I don't know why. It just irks every flight attendant. We absolutely hate that. And I don't know if waiters and waitresses, if this irks them too.
Because I always ask, what do you have?
I always ask
like,
that
now
too,
I feel
yeah.
bad. It's like, man, I kind of know how you feel.
Yeah.
Because there's a menu.
There's a menu, guys. Look at the menu.
Every airline's backseat, I would say there is a menu. And I'm a nosy person. When I get on the aircraft, I want to look at everything. Even if I don't intend to buy anything, I just want to see what they have. So there's a menu. They show their fresh food for sale, all of their alcoholic beverages, their non-alcoholic beverages. If they have Wi-Fi on the plane, if they have movies, like they literally have all the information in the seat back pocket.
It's right at your fingertips. All you have to do is pick it up and look at it. Well, why does that get us mad? It's because there's like 200 people on an airplane. If everyone asked us, you know, what do you have? We'd have to go through every drink that we have for every single person. I mean, that's like borderline torture.
And every flight attendant has a different response to that. So, you know, in the beginning, obviously, I would try and list out all the beverages that we have. But I heard this one flight attendant, he was like, well, what do you like? And it's kind of funny because it's like, okay, well, I know I like water or like ginger ale. So I'm gonna say, hey, do you guys have ginger ale? And they'll have it. It's like, I'd rather you ask me for a drink that you like rather than me sit here and list everything.
Yeah.
But now, sometimes it depends. Sometimes I'll say like, oh, juice, water, coffee, tea. Or sometimes I'll just say, hey, there's a menu, seat back pocket. Let me know when you're ready and I'll go on to the next person. So it just all depends on the situation. Like if it's this like 90-year-old grandma, I'm gonna tell her what we have.
Yeah, exactly. I always, if I'm in a bad mood, I'm gonna go, there's a menu right there, I'll come back to you. And it's so funny when you say that and you're ready to move on to the next person so they can have time to go look at the menu. They know exactly what they want when you say that. They go, oh, I'll take a Coke, I'll take a Diet Coke, I'll take an apple juice. They know right away when you're ready to move on, okay?
I feel like a lot of people's go-to is water or Coke.
Yeah, I think so.
I wish I had another chicken sandwich.
I know, I wanted to get another one, but you didn't want to.
Guys, oh, I forgot about the corn. So we got this chili lime corn. I've never had it. It kind of looks good. I hope it's not spicy. Let's see. Guys, comment down below, what is your favorite chicken sandwich? Like, where do you like to get your chicken sandwich from? Like Popeyes, Chick-fil-A, McDonald's, Burger King, PDQ. Where else?
Yeah, Wendy's.
Wendy's. I love Wendy's chicken sandwich.
I have to say, I think McDonald's has an underrated chicken sandwich.
Oh, I hate McDonald's.
I think it's pretty good. The buttermilk chicken sandwich is pretty solid.
We don't even like corn.
I don't like corn, but I thought like it would look cool on the video because not a lot of fast food has corn like that.
Yeah.
I thought it was corn on the cob too.
I feel like PDQ is like an upscale fast food place.
It's like fast casual.
Yeah. I'm so full, but it's so good.
It's really good.
It's a little spicy, but it's spicy that I can handle. Another thing that I hate.
This is really good.
You know what I really hate is when, so after a flight attendant completes their trip and they have a layover, you know, they go out to wherever the shuttle picks up, and it's kind of annoying when the shuttle isn't there. It's also super annoying when you get to the hotel and your rooms aren't ready, or if you get to your room and the key card doesn't work, so you have to go all the way back down to like switch out your keys so that your room can open. That's pretty annoying, especially after a super long day where you just like want to get to the hotel and then it's like the shuttle isn't there, the key isn't working, the rooms aren't ready, it's a mess, or like, I mean, it's very rare, but yeah.
I've never had an instance where my room wasn't ready.
I had one instance. It was here in Miami. I was so annoyed, and it was like a short layover hotel. We waited for like 20 minutes. Like 20 minutes doesn't sound like a lot, but
it is.
20 minutes when you're ready to get in your room and you have like a 11-hour layover, 20 minutes is a long time.
So like the airline pays for all your hotel rooms. I know I always get this question.
Yeah, see.
The hotel pays for all your hotel rooms, okay? And they also pay for your shuttle to the hotel and from the hotel back to the airport the next day or whenever. And
for the most part, every hotel has like some kind of deal with the airline, and you get discounts on food and drinks.
Yeah, so while you're at the hotel, on room service or the restaurant at the hotel, you get 20 to 30% off pretty much every hotel, which is awesome.
Well, we hate a creepy pilot. I'm not going to go into too much details of that, but that's something that can be super annoying, is when your coworker is just being a little creepy.
A little what?
A little creepy.
Like, okay, so we give at our airline, we give out free headphones, but we only have a limited quantity. We do not have headphones for all
passengers,
160 something passengers. So sometimes we run out.
Yeah, so you know, sorry to cut you off. People hate when I cut you off.
Oh, go ahead. I talk too much.
No, I was just trying to add that every airline doesn't give out free headphones, but we do. And we only have a certain amount. So continue on. People just get really upset when we...
Yeah, so they get so pissed off when we run out of headphones. But it's like, come on, man. You're traveling on an airplane, you know. You got to be prepared. Bring your own headphones. Yeah. I mean, everyone has headphones.
But the thing is, and I get it, everyone has AirPods, they have wireless headphones. But pro tip for everyone out there, you should always carry like a spare set of regular headphones. Not the ones that are for iPhones only, but just like a regular set of cheap headphones that you can just keep with you. And whenever you decide to travel, you just have them there.
Like, I totally understand why people hate flying, because I feel like where we are today in society in 2019, you go to like every like restaurant, even most terminals in airports, every fast food place, and they have like free Wi-Fi, they have, you know, they have all this technology that's kind of up to speed with where we are. And then you get on an airplane and people are like, oh, when are they gonna make these TVs connect to Bluetooth headphones? But the thing is, you gotta understand, is the airline industry is extreme. This is getting a little like nerdy, but it's a very volatile industry. If you look at the course of time, there's been so many airline companies that go out of business. You know, obviously 9/11 changed everything. But I just think that it's a lot of money to upkeep and to, you know, get all these airplanes to the right level of technology, and it's expensive, and so I guess what I'm trying to say is that's kind of why they're still like older, antiquated airplanes. You know, the airline industry, it's volatile, you know, so they don't have just the money to upgrade every single airplane with
and it's harder.
4K screens and Bluetooth.
It's like easier than in a restaurant, I feel like.
It's what?
It's like easier to upkeep and, you know, keep up with things in a restaurant.
For sure, yeah. I mean, these airplanes are millions of dollars, you know. Yeah. Like, look up how much, you know, a new 737 is. I mean, it'll blow your mind. So.
Alright guys, that is all for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Once again, make sure to give it a thumbs up.
Alright, tell us guys if you like mukbang style videos, or if it's kind of distracting when you see us like eating.
I love watching mukbang videos. It's weird. It's like weird to watch people eat, and it's weird for us to film it, but like, I don't know, there's just like, I know there's a group of people who love mukbang videos.
Yeah.
This is our second one. We filmed one, but I don't know if I'm gonna upload it because it was so awkward. But I don't know, I have to go through and see if I like the video, so.
It is awkward, like I feel awkward eating in front of the camera. I'm just kind of pretending it's not there and just stuffing my face. But
yeah, overall this was super fun to make. I hope you guys learned some things that annoyed us, and hopefully you guys won't partake in. Make sure you have your post notifications turned on. I am also doing a giveaway, so make sure you go ahead and watch Vlogmas Day 2 to see what I'll be giving away, and I'll see you guys tomorrow.
See you guys. Wait, check out Vlogmas Day 1, Day 2, Day 3. And,
Day 4, Day 5, Day 6, all
check
of the
them all
days.
out.
Check them all.
And also, when you travel, bring a water bottle, refill it. Don't buy water in the airport, okay? Bring it empty, obviously.